Hi, and welcome to the Boyden Beat. My name is Manny Leet, and I am the director of the Boyden Library. And today with me, I have a very special guest. I have Leslie Ann Foster, who serves on the board of the Friends of Boyden Library, as well as the committee chair of the book sale.
Hello.
Hi, thank you for coming. So I brought you here, Leslie Ann, because we have some great things to discuss. We're going to get into the book sale in a little bit, but we also have something else that people have been asking for. Friends did it last year, and that's the raffle. So,
Yes.
And this year we're doing something a little different, so I thought you could
Yes.
speak about that.
This is our second annual raffle that will go on from, I think we started last week. It will continue all the way to Founders Day, and with the draw pull being on Saturday at like 2 o'clock at Founders Day. So that'll be exciting, and it's actually a whole different set of themes. One being New England Patriots, the other Boston Red Sox, and New England Revolution. So they actually have tons of items in them.
Could you just go over some of the items
Sure.
in each?
So we have for the Patriots one, that is the highlight piece, is a regulation cornhole board autographed by Matt Light. And then we, in keeping with our theme from last year, we're putting books with it. So TB12, Flying High 2 by Julian Edelman, and Magician's Hat autographed by Malcolm Mitchell. And then we threw some lottery tickets in there with a value of $295.
Wow.
So that's a good one. And then Boston Red Sox is our biggest one. That one is chock full of all sorts of memorabilia that I don't even think you can get anywhere. With 2 tickets to the Red Sox Mariners game on 6/23, so June 23rd, backpack, puzzle, blanket, piggy bank, hats, a gnome, 3 bobbleheads, then books. We had to keep in theme with the books, and we have some children's books, Ballpark Mystery Series, 86 Years, The Legend of the Red Sox, and High and Inside, autographed by Lou Gorman. And that's valued at $350.
Wow.
And then we have the New England Revolution basket, which is 4 tickets to the Revolution, a game of your choice. So that's not even set yet. You can just work it out with the box office. And we have cups, hats, scarves, and then a bobblehead too, Fagundes bobblehead. And then we have Winners Never Quit, Soccer IQ books, and Soccer Smarts for Kids, and The Kicks by Alex Morgan. So, and that one's $310. So they're all pretty significant.
Yeah. For
raffles.
me, each raffle has something. Obviously, for the Red Sox, the ticket's the big one, but also the Revolution as well. I've gone to several Revolution games, and you can get great seats. They're going to be near the center.
Yes,
Towards
towards the midline and everything.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a fun night, and I think we tried to make sure it had a literary component with them.
That's great,
but
yeah.
also something fun for families. We were really, last year it was a little different. It was set up that we kind of targeted an audience each one.
Yeah.
This one is that there's something for everybody in the basket.
That's great. And with the Patriots one, having those books there and lottery tickets and having the cornhole autographed and stuff, that'll be really neat.
Yeah, we're excited.
So where do we, where would
everything.
patrons would go to do the
Well,
raffle?
pretty easy. Come into the Boyden Library, and the Circ desks actually, both on the main level and in the children's department, both have tickets. They're $1 a piece, or you can get 6 tickets for $5. And then the only stipulation is because it's part of like a raffle, 18 or older, we ask to do. But they're actually available whenever the library is open. And then on the day of Founders Day, we'll move pretty much everything down to the booth. So if you want to still purchase on June 9th, you just have to come to the booth where our tent will be set up.
And will the drawing take place? It'll take place at Founders Day?
Yes,
Okay.
on the field at Founders
Wow.
Day as it kind of wraps up, as the field events wrap up. So the items will not be transported down there, just to keep them there. Right now, they're in for view, all but the cornhole board, which is too large, in a glass case in the lobby. So
That's great. I mean, just all three of them have some fantastic items in there, and then correlating back to books with reading with the library. And you guys, and the Friends, let me just say, the Friends do such a marvelous job. I mean, they are so dedicated to the library, and I'm personally so grateful for what they do. I mean, the raffle, and again, we'll talk about the book sale in a few moments, but what they make, and they have a bookshop as well, you know, comes back to the library for programs. You know, we're going to be starting up our summer reading program, and this year the theme is Libraries Rock. And I know Mrs. Rossetti in Children's, she already gave me the lineup of what we're going to have this summer, and she outdid herself. I mean, she's got everything from something called Slime Time to Mad Science and animals coming and musicians, and she's got a great thing going. And even for adults too. Just some of the upcoming programs that are going to be sponsored by the Friends of Boyden Library. We have a singer-songwriter by the name of Grace O'Shea, and she's going to be performing at the library on May 31st at 6:30. Grace is from Milton, Mass., but is currently going to school down in Tennessee. She is an aspiring singer-songwriter with influence of Dolly Parton and various country singers. I spoke to her on the phone, and she's excited, and she plays at various venues down in Tennessee right now, but she's going to be back when school ends, so she'll be singing around in various libraries. So, you know, we're looking forward to that. We also have author Michael Tugias, who has written many novels. One was adapted to motion picture a couple of years ago, but his new book is called Above and Beyond: John F. Kennedy and America's Most Dangerous Spy Mission. And he's excellent. He's a historian, and he's just he captivates the audience, and so we're really looking forward to him. And then we're going to have something fun in June. On June 26th, we're going to have something called the Interactive History of Nintendo. So we're going to have this company that comes in that brings various monitors with the old Nintendo consoles, and they're going to give a little history lesson on them. But the fun part is the kids and adults, it's all ages, can play. Play fun. Mario, play Zelda, play Donkey Kong.
That's a good kickoff to the summer.
That's excellent. I mean, that's something that I would be interested in, because I remember when I was young playing Nintendo and Super Mario. So it's just those few things alone, this is what the Friends do. I mean, they've countless concerts and authors, and we've had Dustin Pari from Ghost Hunters, and just so many wonderful programs. We have, various programs dealing with the arts. We've had theater groups that the Friends have sponsored, which, by the way, they're coming back again this summer to do something really fun. But that will be in an upcoming episode with the date and the subject matter. But just, you know, and I've said this time and time again, I've worked at various libraries. I'm very connected with library directors, and what this group does in town is light years to most public libraries around this area. So
which is very nice. I mean, it's a good group, and I think everyone really is invested in the library, and they actually really dedicate and enjoy actually working towards a common goal with it.
And it shows. I mean, it shows. And one of the, I guess, main events of what the Friends do each and every year, twice a year, is the book sale.
Yes. So we have a fall sale in November, but then we have the next one coming up, which is our annual spring sale. And the dates are Thursday, May 17th, and we'll run through that weekend. Thursday, we have a special members preview from 5 to 6. So if you're not a member, that's okay. You can still join right at the door. But we try to at least give that little perk to our existing members. And then also, in addition, if they are a current member, they also get like a free book when they come as well. Okay. But that's Thursday. Then from there, 6 to 8 would be the regular patrons, so anyone open to the public. Then Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 3, and we will hopefully have our bag sale again, where you get to fill up a bag. You buy for the cost of, I think starting at one, it's $5 a bag, and you fill it up, and you can take what you would really, anything you can fit in that bag. And we provide the bags, so they don't have to come with any. So it's very exciting. There's everything there from children's materials to adult. We try our best to actually segregate it by topic or whether somebody's looking for, fiction, nonfiction, and then break it down by subject. And the kids, same thing. There's all sorts of media. This year we have a couple of interesting things that people donated. Whether a lot of times we might get like media, video games. This year we have some figures that would go to like a game.
Oh, really?
And things. So we're going to try
Yeah.
some different things along the way, and we try to do a little raffle, also like a book bag. We sell tote bags, canvas tote bags, which are actually really like the perfect size for carrying books, and we will sell those as well. I think they're $10 a piece, but there's a raffle that every person can actually enter for free and maybe win one of those filled with books.
And you have such a great collection of, like you said, books, and you break it down to subject. Obviously, two of the most popular subjects are travel and then cooking.
Yes, very much so.
And they have, let me tell you, fantastic selection of cookbooks and travel. So if you're looking for that specific cuisine that you'd like to learn about or learn some new recipes, they have it. If you want to travel anywhere in the world, they have a plethora of titles there, which is fantastic. Those things go really fast too.
Yeah, we're very lucky. Actually, the community has been very kind and generous with their donations. So we've been continuing. In past years, their box was only open or put out for a few months. Now it's year-round, and we have the ongoing bookshop, which also helps feed, some of the things. So, so it's actually good.
And you have the DVDs, you have
Yep,
Blu-rays,
DVDs.
I've seen puzzles, I've seen some of my vinyl records, actually, I donated if I have multiple copies. But you got it all. I mean, they got plenty. Believe me, you're going to find something there.
Yes.
You're not going to leave empty-handed, I'll tell you that much.
No, that's true. And then, it definitely, I think there's something for everybody. It gets a little busy the first night, Thursday, but everything's out on display. There's nothing held back. So once the doors open, there's a good selection upon the opening.
Well, another reason why I brought Leslie Ann on too is her and I have a few things in common. We're also librarians. I'm a librarian. Leslie Ann's a librarian at
The Igo Elementary.
Igo Elementary. So if you don't mind, if I could just veer off to the side, what do you enjoy reading? What are some of the subjects or titles that?
Personally, I do something different with my kids, actually. I personally love reading young adult books. That's my favorite. And realistic fiction, historical fiction. So that's what I do when I'm recommending to kids. A lot of times I try to find things. I will read them and then I will recommend them. But what I do for the kids at the Igo a lot of times is actually picture books. And I come into the Boyden Library and I pick out 30 books and we'll test them out at home.
great.
And then what I do is I pick a few and then the kids get to vote, which is
really?
fun. Yep, I usually let it, so class by class it could be different. I've read them all, I've tested them, I like them. And then when it comes down to it, I usually have them vote. And I have some that I just, like Last Stop on Market Street is one of my all-time favorite picture books. But yeah, so we usually vote though.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Using the library as a resource
I
too,
definitely do. I don't buy them until I really try them out with the kids. And then I always do talk about when they say, can I please have that book? I usually have to say, it's from the Boyden. Yes. I'll buy it soon.
Now, do you have a favorite book? If there's one book, like my book, my favorite book is Catcher in the Rye. And I named my son Holden after Holden Caulfield.
Oh, you're good.
So that was my favorite.
Well, I don't know if I have one that I would read and reread because I love to read them, but I actually, for children, for a fiction chapter book, The War That I Won, I loved that one.
Yeah.
A little older, I loved The Book Thief.
Yeah, yes.
So that was another one. So I don't know. It's funny. There's The Hate You Give for a little older. I
Yeah.
really loved that one. Yeah, so I don't know. I love to read kind of any and all.
That's great.
So which is good.
I get that a lot. Being a director, what do you like to read? Well, I love graphic novels.
Oh, we have a good collection
Yeah.
of those now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a big reader of various Marvel, DC, Image, Boom, all the various graphic novels. My son also reads them as well. He's in high school and enjoys them immensely. And I read a lot of library journals, which probably to most would put them to sleep.
Well,
but
even
for
for
us,
me, it's kind
yeah.
of you get a flair for things, and
Yeah.
they spark your interest. There's a
Yeah.
really good graphic novel book that, at least at the elementary and middle school, called El Defo by C.C. Bell, and it's actually an autobiography. But it doesn't look like it because the main character is a bunny.
Oh, really?
But she was deaf, or I think she became deaf at like 4 or so, very young. And then she had to wear a contraption that gave her supersonic hearing. It's actually really cute.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite graphic novel that I've read.
Now, when we were talking about library journals and what, that's where we get our selections. Like
Yes.
they'll list the latest, graphic novel, what's hot. Like right now, obviously, anything with Avengers is really hot.
Yes.
And, when Ant-Man comes out, I'm sure there'll be quite a few graphic novels with Ant-Man and Aquaman in the fall. But they're really well done. Like there are some great. I just read one. It was called I Kill Giants. That was the name of it. And they just adapted it to a movie. It was just so. It was emotional. Like it was really good. It had nothing to do with superheroes or nothing. It was just a story of growing up and. The illustrator and the author of it just really hit it out of the park.
That's good. I know I have to expand upon my collection. I would say that most times it's Amulet's really popular.
Yep, Amulet,
and then,
yeah.
Smile, Babysitter's Club, like a lot
Yeah,
of that sort.
Babysitter's Club,
yeah,
yes.
So I have to expand upon another thing that we have tons. Well, we're trying to build the collection is the audio.
Oh yes,
The audio books, the playaways, which I know that you have.
We do have
a
playaways.
huge collection at
Yeah.
the Boyden, which is great.
Yeah. Our collection is fantastic. And please, if you haven't gone to the Boyden Library, we're located at 10 Bird Street, and we're more than just books. We do have plethora of books, video, music CDs. But then we have programs, and that ties back into the Friends of the Library. If we wouldn't be able to have all these programs, believe me, we wouldn't without the support of the Friends. So, Leslie Ann, could you just give those dates again of the
So
sale?
May 17th, 18th, 19th, and that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes. And I urge you to go. If you're looking for anything, travel, fiction, children's books, music, vinyl records, please, stop by. Like I said, you're not going to leave empty-handed. And by the way, when you're there, you're going to have the Friends of the Library. We'll be there to help you out. So if you're looking for a particular book, or maybe a Stephen King or a James Patterson, they'll be able to guide you to that location. So it's great. I always look forward to this time of year, not only because of the weather, but then also the friends, and it's a lot of fun that weekend.
I hope
so.
it's well attended, and
I
it
hope so,
usually
yeah.
is, and
Yeah.
we enjoy. And if anyone is interested, you can become a member anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there'll be cards there to become a member. So, Leslie Ann, this has been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching the latest episode of the Boyden Beat. I'm Manny Lee, and hope you have a good day.